Listen to Sergio Sanchez every morning on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app. Stay informed with exclusive interviews from top local and state leaders, plus economic development news, business, and medical reports, and all the local news from the RGV. It's everything you need to know to start your day right. Sergio Sanchez and News Talk 710 KURV on the free Radio Parami app. Download it now.
Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
About 3.6 million babies were born in the U.S. last year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's 22,000 more than 2023.
The birth rate in the U.S. has steadily dropped for years, and experts do not expect last year's uptick to continue. Data suggests birth numbers actually fell across most demographics, with Hispanic women being the exception. The average age for new mothers also continues to increase. It's now 27 years old, with more women waiting until their 30s and 40s to have children.
Fox's Tom Graham. Alabama lawmakers okay a ban on devices that convert semi-automatic weapons into machine guns.
The state Senate voting to accept the House's changes to the bill. The measure passing without significant opposition. It bans Glock switches and other devices that convert semi-automatic weapons into machine guns. It comes after a deadly year that included multiple mass shootings. Alabama has one of the highest rates of gun violence in the nation. Governor Kay Ivey is expected to sign the measure. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
The director of the Keanu Reeves movie 47 Ronin is arrested on charges that he swindled Netflix by taking money for a sci-fi show he never delivered.
47-year-old Carl Eric Wrench is charged with wire fraud and money laundering. Federal prosecutors say Netflix paid Wrench $44 million to purchase an unfinished show, but then doled out another $11 million when he said he needed more cash to complete the project. But they say instead he transferred the money to a personal account and spent it on millions of dollars in luxury items, including 5 Rolls Royces and a Ferrari. No comment from his newly appointed attorney, Gary Baumgarten. Fox News.
No change to interest rates expected today.
Fed officials, including Chair Jerome Powell, have indicated they're taking a wait-and-see approach to interest rates since so many economic policies are up in the air.
That's Fox's Hillary Barsky, the announcement at 2 p.m. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Hey, smack dab in the middle of the week. How you doing, everybody? It's Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in to News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News. I'm Zach Cantu. We got temperatures around 70 across deep South Texas. Here's what's in the news today. The National Weather Service has extended a red flag warning. I swear, this is not Tuesday's show. This is Wednesday. A red flag warning for South Texas and expanded the area that it covers. The warning's in effect from noon until 8. And now covers the entire region, all of the Rio Grande Valley. The Weather Service says strong winds, low humidity, warm temperatures will combine to create extreme wildfire danger. Firefighters have been battling several wildfires in the valley over the past few days, including one yesterday in Mission that burned about 30 acres. The U.S. government wants to crack down on money laundering along the southern border. The Treasury Department published an order on Friday targeting money services businesses in the cities along the border. Anybody requesting more than $200 in cash from currency exchanges are going to have to fill out a form that'll be sent to the government. Locally, the order applies to businesses in Brownsville, McAllen, Mission, Far, Hidalgo, and Progreso. In state news, Texas Republicans want public school districts to set aside a time for voluntary prayer during the school day. It's led by State Senator Mays Middleton, who claims the separation of church and state is a myth. The legislation is part of a broader push by conservative Christians to put more religion in public schools. Another bill would mandate the posting of the 10 Commandments in all classrooms. And Here it is. Yes. The White House says President Trump and Russian President Putin have agreed to start talks on a limited ceasefire with Ukraine. The two leaders had a lengthy phone call on Tuesday to discuss an end to the war. In a post on Truth Social, Trump described the call as very good and productive, and he added that many elements of a contract for peace were discussed. The Kremlin said Russia has agreed to a 30-day ceasefire on strikes on Ukraine's energy infrastructure and a prisoner swap with Ukraine slated to take place later on today. It's 7 minutes after the hour on News Talk 710 KURV. It's time for AccuWeather. AccuWeather this hour is made possible by our friends Martin Farm and Ranch. The guys at Martin Farm and Ranch want to thank you for shopping local. Walk in, greeted by friendly faces and people willing to help with whatever it is you come in for. They are much more than a feed store. That's Martin Farm and Ranch. And it's Jeff Nordine from AccuWeather for your Wednesday forecast. So things are hot.
Took you a while to say it, but yeah.
Because it's like if I don't acknowledge it, it's just going to go away, right? But also we have like red flag warnings and things like that. So I was thinking, how could I encompass both of those in the same statement? And I could not. So it's going to be hot, just in general.
Hot and dry. That's the two terms that go together for an elevated fire threat. So yeah, there's a big area of red flag warnings. In fact, pretty much the entire state, except for eastern areas. Those areas have been, I guess, for lack of a better term, spared. But they are also in that potential as we continue on with the dry weather. Today it's going to be, simply just put hot. Upper 80s to mid 90s. The sunshine's going to be out. There's going to be a bit of a breeze at 10 to 20. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies, cooling down, low 50s to low 60s. That is a cool front pushing through, but it is not a wet one. Unfortunately, it's going to keep us dry. For tomorrow, we're only going to be in the 70s to maybe low 80s, so a very nice day tomorrow, sunshine. Still a bit of a breeze as well. And then the sun pokes through a cloud deck on Friday. We'll be in the low to mid 80s.
We can't win, Jeff. We can't win. We need
we
rain.
Really can't.
We need rain, but when we get rain, it floods.
That's too much rain.
Humidity suffocates us here, but when it's not humid, everything burns. We can't win, Jeff.
I mean, what you can win is the temps. Enjoy what you get tomorrow through Saturday.
Yes, I am very happy about that. And the update on that chance of rain next week?
Monday. Right now, when another front pushes through, that'll be bringing a little bit more in terms of shower and thunderstorm activity. So that'll give us a decent drink across much of the southern Rio Grande Valley, areas west as well. The next chance after that, not going to be until Thursday into Friday. And that's just a light shower chance, but it is in the forecast and we're keeping it.
How is the rest of the state of Texas right now?
It's okay. There is some areas of blowing dust pushing through East Texas right now. It's still very evident on satellite. Granted, the sun hasn't quite illuminated things yet, but there's a lot of dust from East Texas down into even central parts too. Temps for Dallas, low to upper 60s with a hazy sunshine. Then it's going to be clearer tomorrow. Houston, low 80s to low 70s today and tomorrow. There's a couple showers passing through Houston, but that's about it. And then we're dry again. San Antonio, 80s to mid 70s with sunny skies again, except for the blowing dust for today.
Current conditions for right now?
73 in Brownsville. We're at 71 in McAllen, 70 Harlingen, 71 and 72 in Weslaco and Edinburgh.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate it. That's Jeff.
You're welcome.
AccuWeather joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. It's 11 minutes after the hour on the Valley's Morning News. And it's Dallas's economic reputation that led to the announcement of NASDAQ news of a regional headquarters.
So says the Dallas Regional Chamber and Senior Vice President of Economic Development, Mike Rosa. Cities must have a place on the global map for continued success.
I expect we'll see more financial services operations dig into Texas and in particular into the Dallas area. It seems to be a market that we're taking the lead on in the state of Texas.
Rosa says he believes looking forward, city leaders will be delighted these types of businesses are here and will continue to be here.
And smoke shops across the state may soon be closing.
The Texas Senate set to vote today on a ban of all products containing THC. Heather Fazio with the Texas Cannabis Policy Center says this would criminalize federally legal hemp products.
Not only would this devastate a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it would saddle thousands, if not millions, of Texans with criminal records.
Records show there are thousands of cannabis dispensaries, which all popped up after the legislature authorized the sale of consumable hemp. Backers of the ban say the products being sold there are in some cases just as powerful as legal marijuana.
And Texas inching closer to a cell phone ban in schools.
Instead of focusing on learning, State Rep Carolyn Fairley says kids are distracted by the phones, leading to bullying. Many schools, she says, already have a ban.
We even see in schools that do ban phones, test scores do increase.
Her bill allows for local control. District leaders could craft a policy that works best for them. Some have straight bans. Others force students to stuff their phones in pouches that are magnetically sealed when classes begin. 9 states already ban or restrict cell phones in public schools.
13 minutes after the hour, you're listening on News Talk 710 KURV. Valley's Morning News for Wednesday. Coming up next on the program, we speak with Liz Suarez, head of the McAllen Chamber. What's happening over there? We'll find out coming up next on News Talk 710 KURV.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Payne Commercial and Fleet has work solutions ready to maximize productivity and economy for your business. Payne Commercial and Fleet offers sales and lease options, custom options, specialized maintenance plans, plus on-site appraisals. Come see our selection of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and heavy-duty trucks, vans, and cab chassis. We have what you want at PayneAutoGroup.com.
Locate to get us regardless.
Attention all cattle ranchers. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply, the Valley's premier Purina feed dealer, is here to tell you all about the labor-saving benefits of Purina AccuRation liquid feed. With 34% protein and 5% fat, it delivers. Let us show you the cost benefits of the most sustained supplement on the market and get a free bag of mineral with your purchase. Limited time only.
Martin Farm and Ranch Supply, your premier Purina feed dealer. Just ask the horse.
Tune in for the Michael Berry Show, weeknights starting at 6 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Parmi app.
15 minutes after the hour, you're listening on News Talk 710 KURV, your home for Houston Astros baseball. Regular season kicks off Thursday, March 27th. Astros baseball made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and Mission Economic Development Corporation.
Lots of talk related to tariffs being imposed on Mexico and Canada and other things, stuff that's inbound to the U.S. How might all these tariffs affect your business, your employment? The Chamber of Commerce in McAllen would like to hear from you. If you're managing a business, if you own a business, and we welcome back to the program the director for the Chamber of Commerce in McAllen, also the chief at economic development efforts for the city of McAllen, Elizabeth Suarez. So tell me about this chamber survey, maybe give me an idea of some of the questions. What are you hoping to learn and then dispense to the community?
You know, Sergio, the more work we do with industry and with Main Street business, it's clear that one of the key roles for both the chamber and the EDC is advocacy and really understanding how federal and state programming affects us. And so we are doing all that we can to hear firsthand from our industry and from our small business community these tariffs. What are the potential impacts? We've created a really simple survey. You can go onto our website, but it's real important that if we hear back from you. And so essentially what we want to do is collect this data and be able to speak to it. When we're meeting with our legislators, both in DC and in Austin, it's real important to hear firsthand from you all. What are the anticipated impacts and what is the type of support that you're looking for from our legislative community?
Yeah, I'm thinking like retail, shipping, warehousing, like anybody, right, on the international trade side, how they're being affected. Be worth to hear from you what's going on. So just go to the website for the Chamber of Commerce. How long is the survey? Do you know?
I'm gonna keep it open. It's a max 10 questions, and we've kept it really simple. We just launched it this week. We've got about 40 responses, but I'd like to have at least 200.
Okay.
Give us a good random sampling for the different industry types. That gives us a better understanding for what that expected impact is going to be.
So have you had a chance to glean just a little bit of the several dozen folks who
Yes,
have
I'll give you some examples. On the housing side, we're hearing a potential impact to overall cost. We're looking at maybe $15,000 per house increase. They're thinking they're going to have to eat that cost. It's just such a competitive market right now in housing.
Material, like the AC systems and the wood or whatever it is.
Lumber comes from Canada.
There you go.
Steel also Canada and Mexico, and so those are some expected impacts. I know Otto has talked about those impacts as well. Without diving into the exact details of the survey, I think generally speaking, there's a consensus that overall cost is going up, and so it just depends. I think that there is some expected costs that will be absorbed by some of the industries, but I think those will be passed down to consumers.
Elizabeth Swan is Director, McAllen Chamber of Commerce. Also, she is the leader at Economic Development Efforts, McAllen EDC. And we're talking about this Chamber of Commerce survey that is open to all business owners, managers, everybody, like from retail, construction, shipping, ag as well. You're welcome to participate. Go to the website for the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. Participate in this 10-question survey. How are tariffs affecting you? How might they affect you in the near future? Very useful information to have in-house, and it will be open for quite some time. So again, go to the Chamber of Commerce, McAllen Chamber of Commerce website, participate in this tariffs survey. Some numbers for McAllen. I know you're constantly gauging those numbers. Anything from traffic at the international bridges, sales tax numbers. I know, I'll give you an example. We had Teclo Garcia from Mission Economic Development, and man, those numbers were off the chart in December, like almost 30% increase, like 28% increase for Mission. I'm sure the McAllen numbers have to be almost equally as strong or very strong. So tell me about the December numbers. How was our
strongest
Christmas?
numbers on record ever?
Okay.
We broke another record, close to 12 million. I mean, it's just so impressive. We knew we ended the year really strong. That's about a 12.75% increase over last December. And so that's an awesome number. We're so excited for that. I know the city's economic and retail office does a lot to continue to advance, not just promoting new retail coming in. We introduced some key partners to McAllen this year, but also promoting small business. We did a great business campaign for small business this season. Okay. We're excited to see that. And so it was great news. It was a great way to end last year.
All right. You see that energy continuing into the year, or is, all the instability of late, might that be affecting the numbers? What do you hear from frontline retail and other businesses?
You know what? Frontline retail is still looking to see what's happening. We're talking a lot to hoteliers and to the bridge leadership. We've got Juan Olanidel, who's our assistant city manager overseeing international relations, as well as the bridge superintendent. And he is talking about that daily flux, and it's ranged anywhere from 5 to 30% down daily. I don't have, February numbers to report yet. We do have January numbers, and I can tell you that just looking at passenger vehicles, which is what we connect to the retail market and to the hospitality market, when we look at passenger vehicle crossings for the month of January, year over year, northbound, those were slightly down about 2%, and southbound, they were down about 3%. It's about a 1-point spread between those numbers. They do have February numbers to report on the southbound traffic. That's people headed down to Mexico. Okay. And those are down about 8%.
Oh my goodness.
So, that's different because that trend had been upward over the last few years after COVID.
Different markets we're talking about, like for February, going from McAllen south into Mexico, down 8%. Why? What's going on here?
I don't know. It could be that we're going to see a northbound number that is also substantially less, and so those people aren't returning. I know that, we've continued to have a challenging month if you're just following the news reports, with violence on the highways. And so people may be, maybe a little slower to head southbound for tourism.
I think so. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But then northbound for us, for the stores and the malls and all that. The January number was northbound. You said it was down 2%. I think you said,
right? It was down 2%. And so we'll see. We're anxious to see. We wait for customs to report those numbers probably by the late part of next week. And we can definitely come back on the show to give you that number. I think it's a time as business, and I'll say just having had such an extensive relationship with our small business community and now building that relationship with industry, business community knows how to handle ups and downs. And so I think the key thing is not to panic, but to be as well informed as we can and to be vocal, so to reach out to those advocacy partners that we have. So please lean on this chamber for data as well as to voice concerns. When we look at overall activity, there's still positive news. We had the retail news, which was very positive. Employment data continues, very positive. January data was up 15%. We don't have February numbers yet, but I know they've done a great job at growing the services that we have access to. And so we continue to watch that carefully. On the lodging side, we started to see slippage as well. In January, lodging tax receipts are down 9%. I don't have February numbers. That kind of almost perfectly correlates to the bridge crossing number. That northbound crossing number was down 8%, and then lodging tax receipts were down 9%. We have already started to see some impacts. For instance, we had a conference cancel that was 250 room nights that had been booked. They canceled because they relied on some of the federal funding for training and workforce development that now has been frozen. And so that's why we really want to hear from industry. What should we be expecting? We want to make sure that we've got data for our business community to prepare.
And I got to ask you, Liz, Elizabeth Suarez, our director for the Chamber of Commerce in McAllen, also economic development efforts, on the whole lodging thing, as there's an evolution on the front lines of border security. And, the governor's office, they brought in DPS and National Guard. They brought in DPS from other states like Florida and the lodging. At Max Point, on the lodging side for Metro McAllen, what would you say the border security folks, DPS from Florida and other states and Guard folks, how much of the lodging at any given time was based on security? Was it 1/5? Was it 1/3?
I don't have an exact number from you and for you, but every property varies. I think of one property that tells me they are 60% federal contracting. The convention center properties, they've got a good mix, maybe 30%.
Shoppers and others.
Just depends, right?
Okay, I'm with you. Because I would think that we're expecting that to change, right?
Maybe more.
Lower, we don't have a human tsunami anymore under the Trump administration. So maybe the feds will be able to do more of their work, and some of the Guard and state people at some point might be emptying those rooms.
Absolutely. I don't know. The mission from the governor's office hasn't changed. A lot of those have been state-driven room blocks. And so we will see. We've not heard that, that change yet.
Liz, I need to ask you real quick. You want to mention 50/50 Refresh? I know
yes, it's a great program. That program is operated by the City of McAllen's Retail Development Office. We've got a great opportunity for you to get up to $15,000 matching grant to update all your storefront area, to redo that, refresh it. And you can go to the city's website. It's refresh5050.com. and apply. They've expanded the area that is eligible for funding to include downtown. So this is a big call out for all our downtown merchants. Take advantage of it. Refresh your storefront. Make it more appealing. Now more than ever, stand out for offering, a great experience for our shoppers. You can do anything from repairing old signs, doors, windows, lighting, painting, landscaping. So it's a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. Go to that website and see how you apply.
What's the website again for that 50/50 refresh? Where do they go?
It is refresh5050.com.
All right. Well, Liz, thank you for your time. I know we got a lot of other stuff to talk about, but wishing you great success and lots of recruitment success as being the chief for economic development, as well as we're primed for some high-tech stuff around here. And good luck with that. And of course, your neighbors, EDC neighbors, hoping that you guys can get something big here pretty soon for us. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. Gracias, amigo.
Elizabeth Suarez, Director of the McAllen Chamber, also economic development efforts for McAllen.
28 minutes after the hour, you're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. Valley's Morning News for Wednesday. News of service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Texas Department of Transportation will be holding public meetings to discuss improvements to State Highway 4. The proposal would widen the highway from the outskirts of Brownsville to the SpaceX facility on Boca Chica Beach. Shoulders on both sides of the roads would be improved, with a hike and bike path also being added. A virtual meeting on the project will be held next Wednesday, while an in-person meeting at the Lucio Middle School in Brownsville will be held on Thursday. University of Texas system is banning drag shows. Officials made the announcement Tuesday and said that they wanted to comply with local, state, and federal laws. Texas A&M made a similar move recently. More than 256,000 students attend classes between the 14 institutions within the UT system. AT&T wants you to have a corded phone again.
The phone giant has a new service called AT&T Phone Advanced. It's a modern take on a traditional landline, and it's available in 60 markets across 16 states. It is a traditional phone with a cellular connection. You can plug in an old school phone, a fax machine, even your alarm system, and you can use it to call your cell phone when you can't find it. The system costs $46 a month, including a $1 fee for equipment. I'm Bree Tennis.
And the two astronauts back on Earth after a 9-month stay on the International Space Station. Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore will be reunited with their families, but there's no specific timeline on that.
I know they're going to fly back here tonight. They'll probably spend some time rehabilitating a little bit, and the docs watching them, and then they'll rejoin their families in the next day or so.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Wednesday. We got to check a sports coming up next.
Look for that big sign in yellow lettering, Sanchez Traders. Stop by. You've been thinking about setting up a food truck business, expanding operations, getting another food truck. Sanchez Traders is the place to go. All units at Sanchez Traders, U.S. made, Valley made, original titles, all the equipment that is used at Sanchez Traders, NSF commercial grade, and all the traders at Sanchez Traders, certified by the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers. Top quality, best quality. And all the manufacturing, they stand behind their work at Sanchez Traders. Stop by me with Joe Sanchez at Checo, my tocayo there. Sanchez Traders in Alamo, Texas, off the freeway, installing everything that you need. You look at the floor plan, go in there and start brainstorming on where do you put the tables, where do you put the burners, where do you put the restroom, where do you put the AC, all the cans of the gas, all that, the plumbing, the sink, everything, the AC system. Sanchez Traders, not only for food trucks, and I've been pushing the food truck idea because you've been thinking about this, but also for other types of business. Law enforcement, they use these box traders, these cover traders as command centers, from nonprofits to churches and other businesses, laboratories. Yeah, these cover traders are the way to go to get out into the community. Stop by and visit with Joe and his family. Sanchez Traders in Alamo, Texas, off the freeway. The website, sancheztraders.net.
Are you feeling the impact of the recent changes in the timeshare industry? My friends at Lone Star Transfer are the only company I trust. For more than a decade, they have successfully helped over 20,000 owners get out of their timeshare. With an A-plus rating at the Better Business Bureau and thousands of five-star reviews, customer service is their priority. For a free consultation and a guaranteed solution, 855-551-7066 or go to LoneStarTransfer.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Looking for beef tallow? Everyone's talking about it right now, and South Texas Outdoor Kitchens has you covered. From grilling to frying, beef tallow is the secret to rich flavor and a healthy alternative to seed oil. Get it today at Stoke on the expressway across from the Shrine in San Juan.
Houston Astros baseball returns to News Talk 710 KURV March 28th as they host the New York Mets. First pitch at 7:10. It's another season of Houston Astros baseball on News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Stars got the huge victory last night, coming back home with the amazing goal by Mikael Granlund.
Harley now hits right circle. In front, poked away. Follow up, score! Granlund! Second of the game. Overtime winner. And the Stars' winning streak on home ice rolls to 8.
Stars play the Lightning tomorrow night at 7 to try and maintain the home win streak. Astros take the L yesterday 4-3, but positive looks in the outfield from Jose Altuve, who's playing in left and trying to become more comfortable in the role. And the Rangers defeat the Guardians 7-3 and having some excellent offense from the big names as spring training starts to come to a close. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Dodgers and Cubs wrap up their series this morning in Japan. First baseman Freddie Freeman remains out of the lineup due to that rib injury. Japanese rookie Roki Sasaki making his MLB debut for the Dodgers. North Carolina crushed San Diego State by 27 to lock up the 11th seed in the Big Dance. Will play 6th seed Ole Miss Friday. Alabama State topped St. Francis to earn their first ever NCAA tournament win. They'll now face number 1 Auburn. That's sports. I'm Bronza Moss.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be breezy, very warm with sunshine. High temps around 88 to 94. And then we're partly cloudy overnight, dipping down to 52 to 61. For tomorrow, it's sunny and cooler with a bit of a breeze by the afternoon. Highs will be 73 to 80. And then we're still breezy with sunshine through some clouds Friday, 80 to 85. I'm AccuWeather's Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Much love to our weather supporters. This hour is Martin Farm and Ranch at Edinburgh and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna. We got temperatures around 70 across deep South Texas right now. Take a check of your border bridge wait times on News Talk 710 KURV. A full 45-minute wait over at FAR and about a half hour or less just about everywhere else. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV Valley's Morning News for Wednesday, and we got a check of your money coming up.
I got a phone call yesterday around noon, and I was at the gym at the time. They called me twice, and I called back, and they told me, you won $1,000, and I didn't believe it. I actually had to call my bank, and I called customer service and everything, and then they also confirmed that it's true that I won, and that's why I love Lone Star National Bank.
Swipe, win, repeat. For every 35 debit card swipes, our customers have a chance at winning $1,000 every quarter. Make the switch to LSNB. Start swiping today.
Did you know Mighty Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC also does duct cleaning?
Here, Feathers, guess what?
Tea.
Coffee. You know I don't like tea.
Oh, no. Mighty Mike's offers duct cleaning to make sure your ducts are clean and system running efficiently to save you money. Now is a great time for duct cleaning, so just call 956-686-1353.
Oh, I found callmightymike.com. They do all HVAC services and more.
Except that, but they do duct cleaning. Get your system done. Mighty Mike's to the rescue.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
The 710 KURV People Poll, made possible by Total Imaging Solutions. Their customers have 99.3% of problems fixed within 4 hours.
Are you planning to start a mobile food business with a fully customized trailer? We are what you need. A family-owned business since 2001, Sanchez Trailers, your one-stop shop for your custom food trailer needs. We are local and our food trucks and food trailers are made in the USA, built in Texas using the best materials available, 100% NSF-approved equipment from top to bottom. Mobile kitchens, food trucks, concession trailers. We have it all. Visit us today at 224 Frontage Road in Alamo. Call 961-4793, 961-4793.
710 KURV. Streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance. A policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
I'm Dom Savino with Your Money Now. President Trump still intends for new reciprocal tariffs to take effect 2 weeks from today. That's according to an unnamed White House official who clarified comments from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent that indicated there could be a delay in Trump's tariff matching plan. The official said any negotiations with countries looking to avoid tariffs must be completed by April 2nd. A chip maker may be the one fielding your next order for chips and guac. The parent company of Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut is teaming up with NVIDIA to accelerate the use of AI in its restaurants. Yum Brands says the collaboration will allow its fast food chains to employ AI-powered order taking. Yum is expected to launch the new tech in more than 500 restaurants by the summer. We'll hear from Chair Jerome Powell later today after the Fed's decision on interest rates. Investors expect rates to be held steady at 4.25% to 4.5%. That's Your Money Now.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be breezy, very warm with sunshine, high temps around 88 to 94, and then we're partly cloudy overnight, dipping down to 52 to 61. For tomorrow, it's sunny and cooler with a bit of a breeze by the afternoon, highs will be 73 to 80, and then we're still breezy with sunshine through some clouds Friday, 80 to 85. I'm AccuWeather's Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We got temperatures around 70 across South Texas right now. Much love to our weather supporters, Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna. You're listening on News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Wednesday. We got headlines from Fox News coming up.
El Pato has an amazing special that's for a limited time. It is those wonderful, beautiful, spicy, so scrumptious. The shredded chicken enchiladas with the melted white cheese on top and that beautiful green sauce, that tomatillo sauce. I love that color. The little seeds, the tomatillo seeds, the green sauce, the melted white cheese. It's spicy. It's good. Enchiladas verdes with rice and beans. Now, your choice of rice could be the ranchero beans or maybe refried beans and the rice, the Mexican rice, plus the drink. It is an amazing $6.99. That is a lot of food, amigo. $6.99 enchiladas verdes that are so delicious. They're spicy, waiting for you at El Pato. Lent specials are going to save you right now, amigo. Get some nopalitos with egg in a pato form. Put some red salsita on it. Oh, my goodness. They have the nopalito and egg plate for $6.59. They got nopalitos with egg patos for $2.99. And then maybe for lunch, nopalitos and the salmon plate, or put it in a pato, in a taco form. Salmon patties, the salmon patty plate, fish tacos as well. Ooh, El Pato is going to save you with that food that is so, so delicious. Those tortillas fresh off the skillet. Get some of those patos for Lent special with nopalitos and salmon and fish. Is really, really good. Get you some breakfast patos right now. Chorizo, ham, bacon, egg, maybe even barbacoa waiting for you right now at all El Pato restaurants. Order online, elpato.com. For over 44 years, Hest Fitness Products has been providing fitness equipment that you will not find in any store or online. Albert, the owner from Weslaco, wants her Valley family to get fit with the equipment that they will use. Exercise, be healthy, look better, feel better. Hest only represents the top equipment. Visit the store, 3501 North 10th Street, McAllen. Visit with a fitness consultant. They'll match you up with the equipment that you will use. Hest Fitness in McAllen, locally owned. Online at hestfitness.com.
Are you planning to start a mobile food business with a fully customized trailer? We are what you need. A family-owned business since 2001, Sanchez Trailers, your one-stop shop for your custom food trailer needs. We are local and our food trucks and food trailers are made in the USA, built in Texas using the best materials available, 100% NSF-approved equipment from top to bottom. Mobile kitchens, food trucks, concession trailers. We have it all. Visit us today at 224 Frontage Road in Alamo. Call 961-4793, 961-4793.
The Rio Grande Valley's news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Wednesday. KURV faithfully listening to News Talk 710 KURV, the Valley's morning news. I'm Zach Cantu. We got temperatures around 70 right now. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez. Injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump calls his chat with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, productive.
I think we had a great call. It lasted almost 2 hours. Talked about a lot of things and toward getting it to peace. And we talked about other things also.
The president speaking exclusively on Fox's The Ingram Mangle. Another call set up for today.
President Zelensky has confirmed that he will have contact with President Trump here today, but he responded to Putin's scaled-back agreement with disappointment, writing that Putin effectively rejected the proposal for a full ceasefire. Talks are going to continue. U.S. officials heading back to Saudi Arabia on Sunday.
Fox's Alexander Hoff at the White House. Anti-government protesters in the streets of Istanbul, Turkey. The city's mayor rivaled the President Erdogan, arrested along with about 100 others. It's seen as a crackdown on dissent. America's listening to Fox News.
Fifteen minutes to the top of the hour on News Talk 710 KURV. The National Weather Service has extended a red flag warning for South Texas, and the area that it covers has been expanded. The warning will be in effect from noon until 8 p.m. and now covers the entire region, including all of the Rio Grande Valley. The Weather Service says strong winds, low humidity, warm temperatures will combine to create extreme wildfire danger. Firefighters have battled several wildfires in the valley over the last few days, including one yesterday in Mission that burned about 30 acres. The U.S. government wants to crack down on money laundering along the southern border. The Treasury Department published an order Friday targeting money services businesses in cities along the border. Anybody requesting more than $200 in cash from currency exchanges will have to fill out a form that will be sent to the government. Locally, the order applies to businesses in Brownsville, McAllen, Mission, Far Hidalgo, and Progreso. A state Senate committee votes unanimously to expand the use of the death penalty. This is TSN's Barbara Schwartz.
As it now stands, those who kill children under 10 are death penalty eligible. A Senate bill from Harris County Republican Paul Betancourt would push the age up to 15. April Aguirre testified on behalf of 11-year-old Marie Gonzalez, who was raped and strangled in Pasadena in August of 2023. The girl's father found her body under the bed.
If you kill one of our children, you deserve the death penalty, and we should make that very clear and send a message across the board. The killing of our children will not be tolerated. And as a Christian, that's hard for me to say, but let God forgive you because I can't.
Betancourt says the bill will save lives by deterring would-be killers. It now moves to the full Senate for debate. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
And a state senator wants the people to decide whether or not Texas can have casinos.
Dallas Democrat Nathan Johnson has filed a resolution that would put this on the ballot. He recognizes the legislature opposes casinos.
But like other things, for example, Medicaid expansion, this is an area where there is overwhelming agreement among the voters that either they agree that it's a good idea or they agree that they should be the ones to decide it.
He says Texans gamble in Louisiana, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. That's money that could stay here. Johnson says an article in the Texas Constitution that prohibits gambling was enacted 150 years ago and may not really be relevant today. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 13 minutes to the top of the hour. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. Valley's morning news for Wednesday. We still have check of weather, border bridge, more news and information you need to know coming up next.
Kubota Orange Days. They're celebrating that at Amigo Power Equipment, the Kubota Orange Days, which means if you stop by and you visit with JP and Jeff, chances are they're wearing some blazing orange shirts to celebrate Kubota and get all that orange equipment across the lot there at Amigo Power Equipment. Go check it out today. It's the equipment that's going to help you get the most use out of your land. Kubota Equipment, they're going to be delivering, Amigo Power Equipment, they're going to be delivering big savings to you during these Kubota Orange Days. Amigo Power Equipment has the exclusive deals on America's favorite compact tractors. Amigo Power Equipment, they've got factory-trained experts on Kubota. Going to help you match up the equipment with what you need over at the ranch at the lease. And they got these special Orange Day financing and savings available that you're only going to find at Amigo Power Equipment. And you go online. She's got the Amigo Power Equipment website. Go visit in person with JP and Jeff and start that conversation on big savings. The Orange Days financing going to be open for several more weeks, so take advantage of the exclusive deals, the great financing options on the equipment that you need from Kubota, only at Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Listen to Sergio Sanchez every morning on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app. Stay informed with exclusive interviews from top local and state leaders, plus economic development news, business, and medical reports, and all the local news from the RGV. It's everything you need to know to start your day right. Sergio Sanchez and News Talk 710 KURV on the free Radio Parami app.